No, it was a director's vision, and it was a very interesting video to make because I had to lip sync underwater upside down while they were dumping glitter and dropping bowling balls into the water to make it look like some sort of celestial explosion, which is kind of a bit of a anxiety attack.
Don't tell us about Dracula, please.
Or BORNS, depending on where you're from. BORNS, which means kids in Danish.
Yeah, we know.
But yeah, you know.
You did magic at some point. What do you think that are the similarities between making music and
Music is magic.
Music is magic. Yeah, it's they're pretty synonymous, right? I mean, they're both kind of like producing this ethereal sort of thing, something out of nothing.
What was your biggest trick?
Biggest trick?
Yeah.
I did some fire stuff.
Can you still do?
That's kind of cool. I can't do it. I don't have the pyrotechnics with me right now.
Next time.
I'm a little scared too. There's a lot of electrical equipment, but next time.
But
I never like to be too comfortable on stage. You know, it's nice to keep you on your toes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that your birthplace, Great Lakes, Michigan, influenced your music somehow? If so, how exactly?
I just realized both you guys are wearing shades.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
There we go. Now I'm more.
Love your glasses.
Yeah.
I'm in the right place. Lake Michigan. It's like a giant
neighborhood.
It's like a giant ocean of fresh glacier water.
All right.
So just imagine that. It's like you're in the ocean, but there's absolutely no salt.
Glacial music.
Drink it. So I don't know. It's just maybe the space, the wide open space of it. Spent a lot of time in Lake Michigan as a kid, so yeah.
Your sunglasses are low.
They are.
Yeah.
Hearts in my eyes. Why isn't music just sound?
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but I guess it's kind of constructed in a way, you know, to give you. I like to construct it in a way to give you goosebumps.
Electric Love. I might have recognized some British glam rock inputs in it, like T-Rex or The Sweet.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any second? What political party or political ideology would your music fit to? If there was none, feel free to imagine a new one.
Oh man.
A political movement.
A political movement? I guess just free love, free pheromones, all that kind of stuff.
What was the meanest thing that has been said about you as an artist?
Meanest thing?
Yeah.
I mean, we can look it up right now if we want to.
No.
It keeps you that keeps it real. So
okay.
you gotta keep the haters happy, you know.
An Angelino, we call you an Angelino. You've made your EP out here, but originally a Michigander, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll always be a Michigander.
I read that you ended up in a tree house somewhere.
Ended up in a tree. I woke up in a tree.
And are you still there?
In the tree house?
Yeah.
Not anymore. I had to move out.
Oh, okay.
I needed some upkeep.
How did you hook up with the producer Kennedy on this?
Kennedy is a very dear friend along with, and she was like, "You got to meet my friend Kennedy. I think you guys would totally hit it off." And we met and ended up writing a song called 10,000 Emerald Pools. There's so much imagery in that title that the song kind of wrote itself. You know?
Sure.
So.
And it's a crazy video.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
I heard that you got sick after making that, because if you haven't seen the video, he's floating upside down underwater for the entire time.
Yeah, completely naked. And it was November. It was cold. It was a total mind trip doing that, because I had to be hanging upside down in the water. And so when you're upside down, water will go up your nose, you know? So I had to have these like nose plugs and ear plugs, hanging upside down, singing lip sync at twice the speed while they're throwing glitter and bowling balls in the water. And there was this beautiful girl swimming by me. And they're like, you have to be watching the girl and singing to her. Action.
Past lives is, I'm only assuming that you sort of subscribe to that belief.
Definitely, yeah.
Have this great video, this acoustic version of Electric Love with Zella Day. And how did you come to be working with her on that.
Zella and I are really good friends. There's like a cat commercial, like a cat jingle thing. So
Like a Friskies, like cat food.
yeah, exactly.
There's
actually,
a BORNS song out there that's about cat
it's
food.
not a Born song, but I sang it. I sang on it. Yeah.
You seem to be personally like a person that's all about karma. You know, like
Oh.
you're out giving out good karma wherever you go. It'll like always come back to you. I just wanted to ask you, like, how would you teach others to kind of like live that way, like where it's always kind of outward good karma and it will come back to you?
Let's see. Karma. Well, I just think it's you know, you're gonna have more fun if you just enjoy the things you're doing, even if you're miserable doing them. So just try to have fun in the misery.
In a treehouse thing, I'm sure that it's a little bit it's been over publicized, right? But you still have a treehouse somewhere in the LA vicinity,
Somewhere.
right? What do you buy when you want to like move into a treehouse? Do you go to IKEA? Like where do you shop for treehouse?
IKEA? I wish I didn't say that. I'm sorry.
That just happened.
Can we edit that out?
Thank you for coming. I can't.
Is anyone else in your family into magic, or is this just sort of your own thing that you came upon?
It was just my own thing. It was literally like a kid walking down the street, noticing a magic store, walking in, buying your first magic trick, and being completely absorbed into that world. I mean, I was a big fan of Harry Houdini as a child, and I studied kind of his grand illusions. And then I put chains around my ankles, and I put myself into my toy box and had them put the lid over me. And this was all my idea, by the way. And I would like do it in front of my family members, and I got out of it somehow. I was really intrigued by like escapism.
That's fascinating.
And then I was like, okay, Mom and Dad, now I want to do that. I want you to throw me in the pool. And they're like, no.
So at what point from just doing maybe card tricks on your own or with these disappearing acts with your family or the chains, did you then get the confidence to do it in front of a crowd? Because that seems like it would be a pivotal moment probably for you.
So I remember my first magic show was a kid's birthday party. And I had practiced all my tricks, and I had my podium with my logo on it, which was like a G with bunny ears. Magic by Garrett. Before my mom was about to drive me to the gig, I was like, I just remember shutting down and being like, Mom, I can't do it. I'm way too nervous. And she's like, no, you got this. Like you can totally do it. Like you can do magic like it's in your sleep, you know? And so I went there, I did the gig. The crowd roared of probably 10 6-year-olds, and it was great. Some people that didn't want anything to do with it. They're like, what are you trying to, what? Like, I'm a kid, like, walking up to your table with a bag, like, some weird, ambiguous black bag, and I'm like, hi, guys, how you doing tonight? And they're like, what are you trying to sell us right now?
Well, I'm sure they didn't take you seriously because you were so little.
Yeah. And, like, and they're like, sorry, no, we don't want anything to do with that. And then, like, another table would accept it, and I would do magic for them, and then they'd be like, oh, actually, come over here, show us a trick.
So what about, does magic make you a better performer, do you think? You said it was your first frontman gig, so how does it affect you being a frontman now?
I think I still get the same thrill from it, to be honest. I feel like in a way, music and magic are kind of synonymous, because you're watching someone kind of produce these pretty mystical sound waves out of these weird instruments, you know, and they're affecting you emotionally. And you don't really know what's coming next, you know? Yeah, sometimes I completely forget where I am. There's times like waking up in your bunk and you're like, what, am I in America right now? Or am I even on planet Earth?
Yeah, it's hard to kind of keep it together.
Call into the light.